All right, hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Brogan, and today we are back for another trading stream. Today's going to be maybe not an interesting one. I normally say, oh, it's going to be an interesting one. We've got this to look at, we've got this to look at. Today might not be that interesting. We've had something obviously big happening in the crypto space, which obviously you've been awake today. If you just woke up to 5 minutes ago, you might not know what's going on, but something big's happened. We'll obviously get into it when we start the stream officially. So it might be a stream where I'm kind of just saying, for the majority of coins I look at, oh yeah, we're just going to go back to here, or go back to here, or whatever, okay? You know, different areas which we were at previously, which we've pretty much already nearly come back to, actually, considering it. Well, remembering from what I looked at Bitcoin, you know, we're already, you know, starting to come back up a tiny bit more. But it is majoritively probably just going to be me going, oh yeah, we're going to go back upwards. So, you know, it might not be that interesting, but regardless, whatever. I'm going to start this timer, because I have a feeling I'm not going to need this hour. Because I'm gonna look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and then I might have a look at Jupiter or something, or a different coin out of the top three, or apart from the top three even, because I genuinely don't think I'm gonna spend that much time on the charts, because it's just gonna be me saying, oh yeah, we're going back upwards, or oh yeah, we were in a bad situation, we've dumped. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, KB, shout out to you, evening to you, hidden agendas, only you. How's it going? Welcome back. Let me move this aside quickly. There you go. Okay, perfect. I mean, I'm not gonna dilly-dally. I'm just gonna start the stream. Okay, have a little look at some percentages, which you know, I will not be surprised if the majority of these are gonna be what they're called, stable coins. There's nothing really positive at all. I mean, actually, no. To be fair, it's just gone the 1 hour. So there's a few things outside of this, but majoritively it's a bad day or a bad time. It's a bad time because obviously, you know, if you've seen how do I press this? I'll just refresh it, whatever. Just want to get back to Bitcoin. Yeah, so if you look at Bitcoin, 3% down 24 hour, 1.16 down in the 1 hour. Actually, literally it's already turned. It's been 3 minutes, we're already down 1.16%. So yeah, we're finicking, you know. We're finicking. We've come down to our area. We did actually pretty well. We did pretty well. It's just gonna, like I said, it's just gonna be a recovery time. But it is Friday, and obviously it is the weekend, so it really has ruined the weekend coming into this period of time, because it's just gonna be us trying to recover. Obviously, you know, maybe a bit slow over the weekend. Hopefully having bits of positivity in next week. We'll get into it. But again, I think the majority of my chart is gonna not be skewed, but it's generally just really gonna be, oh yeah, you know, we're going to back up, or this, that, the other. So yeah, so percentages pretty much down, 3%, this, that, the other. I could say the same thing over and over again. What I'm going to do though, I have an article. It's actually really bright on the screen. I do have an article. I thought I'd show the title because this is what's happened. We'll have a little quick skim of it, you know, just to see what's going on. But this is what's happened. So Johnny, what's happening? This is what's happened. Okay, Bybit crypto exchange suffers. Hopefully that wasn't what is happening, as in, how are you? Hopefully it's what's happening, as in you don't know what's going on, because this is it. Bybit crypto exchange suffers largest ever hack of more than $1 billion. Yeah, so they were hacked. I think it was alleged before the 2 hours ago, but then I think it's been confirmed, obviously, they have suffered from the largest ever hack for more than $1 billion. So the CEO of cryptocurrency exchange Bybit, Ben Zhu, hopefully I haven't messed that name up, has confirmed on X that the company has been hacked 2 hours ago. The X account of Whaler, and this was, it says 2 hours ago in the article. It's 2 hours ago the article itself. So it's about, you know, 5 hours ago. You can see about 3 p.m. That makes sense. So it's 7, it's 9. Yeah, roughly then. Yeah, whatever. 4 to 7, 6 hours ago, whenever it was. But they confirmed that they have been hacked. $1.5 billion even. Wow. Well, in this case, it's probably going to be a bit less because the Ethereum price gone down. So the X account of Whale Alert highlighted a transfer of more than 401,000 Ethereum worth $1.1 billion. The hacker transferred the funds to a fresh wallet address, but has since moved the funds to more than the other 40 wallets. Yeah, he's gonna muddy the water. He's gonna finesse it in different areas, and there we go. I would like to know what the hack was about and how he did it. Oh, here we go. Look at that. CEO Ben Zhu launched a live stream on X to explain what happened. He said that the company was doing a routine transfer between its ETH cold wallet and hot wallet, right? Something the majority of them do anyway, quite a lot. Something it does when the balance in the hot wallet reaches a certain level. uses safe.global multi-signature wallets for cold storage, and he was the last to sign this particular transaction. He checked the link was the main safe website, which is only of their safety protocols. Oh, sorry. He checked the link was the main safe website, which is one of their... Okay, right. So basically just make sure they're going at the right link. The wallet address was also verified. The initial transaction was 30,000 Ethereum, but presumably there were several to reach 400. So they trunked it up. Only the Ethereum cold wallet was compromised, and he said that the Bybit company treasury can cover the loss. Bybit's total assets under management are more than $20 billion. Right, okay. Brilliant. So only the Ethereum cold wallet was compromised. Wow, okay. Interesting. I want to see... Right, okay. Yeah, the CEO floated a couple of possible causes, but caution that they don't know yet. Okay, so basically they've gone through their procedures through the way they send their money from the hot wallet to the cold wallet, and they have done all they can to make sure that is accurate. So they're trying to say, we don't think anything's happened on our end, so therefore it must be that the cold wallet has been hacked, which is quite a hard thing to do. That's quite a hefty thing. Again, I'm not a professional. However, I would imagine a device you need access to, which obviously, no, to be fair, I understand, if, to actually get, you have to load it onto the cold wallet and then obviously just keep it in cold storage. So maybe in that process it was hacked, but it kind of needs a bit more. And assuming that their facility is obviously these places have heavily secured facilities to make sure these things, because again, like I said, where was it again in this article? $20 billion. That's not cold storage, but these cold storage places are obviously going to have tons and tons of money in them. So the safety precautions are going to be assumedly top notch. So I would imagine it's quite hard to do that procedure on the cold wallet side of things. So he's saying either all the signers' computers were hacked so that the safe website was faked, or the safe was somehow compromised. He was not saying that was the case, as investigations are ongoing. Yeah, I mean, when there's obviously like a middleman scenario, that where it's kind of out of their own hands, then I suppose I don't know what their procedures are with safe. I don't know what sort of potential vulnerabilities they could have, but if I was, I would be more confident in thinking it would be something on the safe side of things, or on the hot area side of things than the cold storage, because that's insane. If it is cold storage, that's pretty bad. There have been massive withdrawal requests, almost 100 times than the normal, which Bybit is processing, with 70% of them done. So yeah, people just trying to get out. Some of the larger withdrawals have to go through compliance. The aim is to process all withdrawals in a few hours. Customer support also has a bit of a backlog given the increased volumes, but it's catching up and all the staff are online. Given that the hack was on the Ethereum wallet, it is not possible to withdraw Ethereum on Bybit. Okay, that makes sense. So it's getting a bridge loan to be able to satisfy the Ethereum withdrawals. Okay, that's crazy. That is insane. So, big hack. And I don't know. I'm excited to see what the proceedings are going to be. But I don't think that's going to be a positive thing, especially depending on what got hacked, I suppose. Because if they don't know what's been hacked, and they have been hacked, obviously, number one, they've lost. Obviously, they've lost this money. Whatever. So that's, as we can see, by being at 95, 390. So we can clearly see this has affected the price. Obviously, no, makes sense. But what I'm interested to see is how, if anything, would happen to the market if they do find out what happened and if they announce it. Because that's, if it's something fundamental with, obviously depending on what the hack is, if it's something fundamental, that I would think there might be another knockback effect. Not knockback effect. What am I trying to say? Another kind of effect on the market as a whole, depending on what they announce. I mean, again, I don't think it's as big as this. This is crazy news. But I think I don't think depending on what they say, we're out of the water yet. But yeah, if they could find those hackers, yeah, that'd be brilliant. I mean, depends how it got hacked, where it got hacked to, depending on what the hacker is doing. But again, it depends on how he off ramps this money. So we will obviously see. But again, I think we've seen the biggest announcement so far in terms of being this hack and losing their money through this transfer process. I do think we're not out of the water yet. This is a personal opinion. I'm kind of like yapping here, but I think there could be maybe a bit more negativity depending on what they talk about and how they announce it. But again, I think we've seen the brunt of this. But anyway, that's what's happened in the market. I'm going to read the chat though, because there's quite a few people talking, or quite a few comments anyways to read. Let me scroll up. So, That's why it's not a good idea to hold money at exchange, guys. Yeah, I mean, the safest way realistically is going to be holding it yourself, obviously. Whether that be hot wallets, obviously a bit less secure if you are constantly interacting with them, and obviously if your computer gets hacked. Obviously, yeah, a hardware wallet is the safest place we go. We do, chime on about that quite often. If you do want to keep your money, in crypto as safe as it possibly can, yeah, 100% try and get a hardware wallet, whatever it can be. We actually got sponsored by hardware wallets, which was quite nice, or sponsored by people which gave us a hardware wallet. I think Mags, I don't know if Mags is here or not. Remember Mags got the wallet. Did he actually? I think he got the wallet because I sent it off quite a while ago. Yeah, no, we have one in our house as well. It's Oh no, I don't think it's. I don't know where it is, but it's in a safe place. Yeah, you need hardware wallets 100%. It depends, because it's like it depends on what you do with your crypto and where you store it. Because if you were to obviously you don't necessarily need a hardware wallet. If you could get like a phone which you rarely interact with, that could kind of be used as a hardware wallet in theory. If you have a wallet on there, don't really interact with any applications through that wallet, and you send the money to that phone, and you keep that phone in a safe place, you can kind of get kind of your own safe area, as long as you're not really interacting with the internet. If you turn the internet on, send the money, turn the internet off, type of thing. I don't know what other procedure you can send money over there, but obviously with hardware wallets it's like USB, or you can do Bluetooth as well, but it's USB, so it's the direct thing. But you can probably do it on your phone if you've got a spare phone lying around, which is something which won't break in the next 6 months or whatever the hell. You could probably use that as well as a hardware wallet if you were if you literally just only used it as a wallet connected to the internet to send money, and then that's it. Anyway, you can still buy a dip. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I did that with the latest dump, because we had a dump in the market because we were literally sitting at equilibrium. We kind of sweep down a bit. I just got right back in. Realistically, you can see on actually I've got my streaming UI open so I can see the chat, but you can see in the back in the actual background, you can see the chart. That I don't know where I entered exactly. I think it was roughly this price actually. I entered. I was like, yeah, brilliant, cool. This is a nice little area. And then obviously we came down quite a bit, got out the trade, got right back in. You know what I'm saying? So it's just annoying. It's been bad news after bad news, and we've literally just keep on coming up, try and come right back down again. Actually, let me open the chart. Yeah, but we're sitting at equilibrium. I mean, we were sitting at equilibrium the entire time. We were stuck in between these highs and these lows. But what's been nice though, we've actually had a high into this area. Again, this low was lower than the other lows, all the other lows. But it's nice we're trying to get back above into this area. But I'm still going to finish off the chat. Let me read the rest of this. Exactly. 24 hours after he said Pi was a scam, fished a warm wallet, hacked the UI. Yeah, I don't have Pi. I remember Pi being a big thing ages ago. I don't really know. I haven't really kept up with Pi. But I really just couldn't be bothered. It's like, you can mine on your phone. It's like, realistically, apart from if you got in at the very beginning and then there was a super huge reason of using Pi, which everyone needed to buy Pi for, then you're not really gonna make that much money. But anyway, I'm not saying people haven't made money. Yeah, exactly. 600 times 0.7, $420 for 6 years of minting. Well done, Pi. That's the thing though. It's like, this isn't just a crypto thing, but it's like, you can get an app on your phone, and it, you just use your phone hardware to render something, and you're gonna make money when you're asleep or whatever. It's like, really, like, there's not a lot of areas in the world where you can make money without having to do anything, unless you're risking your own money, type of thing, or you either spend you input your time for money, or you input your capital to get return on that, like with trading or anything, investments. But using your phone and sitting it, in the corner of your room, put a charger in, leaving it running, that's not going to change your life. That's not going to give you that much money. So I still think, like, where even I remember it was ages ago, I got Pi. I deleted it. I don't know if I deleted it, but I don't open it. I haven't opened it in years. Well, not years, but I don't even know when I downloaded it. I opened it maybe twice, looked at it, went, this is a pile of trash. No one's ever going to make any money on this. And then closed it and never opened it ever again. Pi, I think Pi's a waste of time. I don't know. I don't want to say anything too, strong-handed, because again, I don't know the full project in terms of the ins and outs of the system. But again, knowing what it does on a surface level, when you have to, keep an app running in the background so it mines Pi for you, waste of time. Or it, does Pi for you, waste of time. Yeah, I deleted 145, I don't care. Again, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, there's a bit of money, cool, it doesn't matter. Run on Bybit's massive, they won't recover from this. Yeah, this is bad, really bad. They've sent funds to Gate.io. Oh, the hacker is this. They've sent funds to Gate.io and allegedly traceable and KuCoin. Only the market's always going crazy when I get back to crypto. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's annoying. It really is annoying. But I'm going to try my best to apply my chart to this scenario. Because, you know, we can still see there is a bit of response of my lines from this rundown. So I guess we'll have a look and see. So I have yapped a bit. 45 minutes worth of yap, actually. Or 50 minutes, sorry. 45 minutes left. So I'm going to look at this. I'm not going to spend too much time, I don't think. Because, again, this is kind of like oh, yeah, we've just dumped in the market. We're probably going to find some sort of support area and then return it back upwards. That's realistically what it's going to be. Let me go... I'll go to 4 hour. Could do the 4 hour. Okay, let me go on the bigger range actually, just to see a bit more. I'll go back on the 1 hour because I like how good it looked then. Yeah, so you can see we're even on the 19863. This is a bigger range. We're still stuck below this orange line, which also we have on the other. If I go to the other range, you know, we're stuck below these ranges. You know, trying to get above on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour, on the daily. We're just stuck below these lines. So, you know, and the purple line especially, we've been printed below it. You know, we've been using it down there. So we are, you know, stuck in this range below us. We are technically in this range. But then again, this is a long-term range. If we go to the daily, you can see, like, this is a long-term range. So, you know, realistically, we've only been below this purple line for a little bit. So if we stay like this, how we are, this is not a good thing for Bitcoin. I really don't think it's a good thing. But obviously that's, you know, that's the question is, are we going to be staying below these areas? Are we going to be doing this? Because my really positive area was down here when we were kind of, punch my mic, when we were kind of below, you know, above the purple area, not having difficulty, you know, staying above it. You know, we were doing really well. But obviously the concerning part for me is now being, you know, this print was kind of the foresight of, okay, we are printing below this purple line now. This is not a good thing. You know, this is showing signs of we're not going to be able to break above this 98,611 line very easily. And obviously that was the case. You can see we had more lows. We had more printing below the purple line. It's kind of confirming to me now we are in this area. So this is probably going to be needing to change this fancy little 106k take profit, which I had so confidently back here. So yeah, this will probably be changed. This will probably be changed to something a bit closer to where we've already seen, nearer towards maybe 100 grand, 99 grand for that high point we can see. So obviously we'll see when we go back into lower time frames, the validity of could we potentially see these prices we have seen at 99 and 100k, and how likely are we going to be going below? You know, how likely are we going to be going back towards 92k? Well, obviously let's get into it. So daily, yeah, looking good. Let's actually look at the weekly because it's been a while since I looked at the weekly. I do want to see how these ranges are looking. Yeah, so similar to this, again, we're still in this range. So on the grand scheme of things, from what it's been, I know I said we're in this range in between 98k and 80, whatever k it was. What was it again exactly? 98k and 78k. But again, the higher time frames are always going to have that power on it. But you know, to apply that to what we have here on the weekly, we have this range in between the equilibrium at 93,864. So we do kind of have a stopping point on the weekly to print at. Not saying we can't wick down to 91k, 92k. You know, I'm not saying we are going to do that. I'm saying it's not, you know, out of the ordinary if we were to be able to, you know, do that. But what I'm saying is our main print on the weekly and our support is seeming to be in between, or our range anyway, is seeming to be in between the 93,864 area and 104-ish area up here. So that's kind of the range we're in. So as we can see it right now, we can see this print up here, this print here, this print here, coming down to here. So it seems like we're actually continuing to come down. You know, we've had a bit of a slower descent. And it seems like we do need to print down here. So I'm not expecting us in this week, next week, currently as I have in front of me, to be having, you know, 103k yet. I would expect maybe another candle down here at 94k to print, and then maybe a bounce. That's if we stay above this. I think we would, because even if we do go below this, we still have this next range and these support areas down here. So in terms of, we're going to see 74k, 78k, you know, there's probably charts out there which have that potential for that. However, I don't personally think, based on what I have, there's a lot to go through below us to see those extreme prices. Not saying we can't, you know, go there. So I think worst case, we're not going to be seeing the next range down here. I think it's going to be staying maximum down here. You know what I'm saying? But I think minimum is going to be in between 94k and 104k, like I said. So thinking about that, let's go back down to the 4 hour and actually get a bit more detail. Yeah, I'll use this one. So yeah, so like I said, in between this area, finding difficulty, massive dump obviously in the market, because as we know. But the important thing, you know what? I'm gonna go straight to the 1 hour actually. So yeah, important thing. This is the important thing here. This is the equilibrium we've been at. We've been using so beautifully. Obviously, we had a sweep of everybody because everyone was like, "Oh, we're gonna go up." Me included, to be fair. Obviously, came down, got back in. Here we are now, and obviously, thank you, Bybit. Love you guys. Thank you so much. We're now back at 95,273. But the important part is we are now at equilibrium. So what I'm seeing myself personally is the confidence we have in this equilibrium. Because if you see, you know, if we could look back in this whole area, we see multiple perfect bounces off the top end of this equilibrium, multiple times inside. Yes, we do have a wick below it. But the majority of times, unless we're wicking to sweep, we're not below this equilibrium. I'm going to read the chat in a minute. I see a KB. I see you sent something. I will read that in 2 seconds. So apart from times where we've sweeped, you know, previous lows we've had, because, you know, especially over here, we had all these lows. You know, over here, we had these lows over here, which we then sweeped and they came right back up. You know, sweep these lows, came down, came right back up. So apart from us sweeping below these lows, we haven't come below the equilibrium. We haven't had that difficulty. Not saying we can't here, because again, we are responding off something external from price action. You know, we're responding from the Bybit scenario. So I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying I've got 110% confidence in the fact that we are going to solely stay above this equilibrium. But based on the experience we've had with Bitcoin so far, I personally think in between this 94.5 area and 95.36, I do think we're going to be keeping this in this support area. I definitely think this is going to be keeping as a support area. And, you know, considering what I want to pay attention to is how we've responded here. Because again, yeah, this whole thing is external from price action. This is more important to me. And what this tells me is, okay, we've had this sweep and we've done a higher high. We are starting to try to want to come up. Apart from this low, obviously, I mean, technically in this scenario, this was our low. So in terms of what we have so far, in terms of our highest high and lowest low, you've got these little areas down here. On the, you know, wider time frame, if it goes to the 4 hour especially, this is our high. You know, this area. There we go, do that. This is our high, this is our low. And then this is our higher high. We still have potential to do a higher low as well. But that's the thing, it's like, this low might not be as low as it is right here from this dump. I wouldn't be surprised to see this dump, because again, we are at this resistance area at about 98k. The purple line is at about 99k. We have a print above the purple line though, which is, you know, quite nice. But again, we haven't. Again, the important part, as I always talk about with these ranges, is we have to come above them, use it as support. We have to truly respond off it, and we haven't done that here. So my confidence in saying, okay, well, we've printed above this purple area, and now we're going to go up. Number one, we've had a dump in the market due to something external, and number two, we don't have that. However, I still think this was like a okay, screw you guys. However, I think we're now going to start to change our range now, because we've had this sweep, because it's going to be okay, deep sweep and then continue onwards higher. That's, you know, that is quite common in the market, is to have a sweep on one of the higher or the lower ends and then continue in the opposite direction with that liquidity. So, you know, I'm gonna get rid of this quickly. Yeah, whatever. So again, the important part for this, if we were to look at obviously market trend, is going to be higher than 93k. That's just surface level right there. Being above this area right here at 93,477, whatever it was exactly, which I don't think is going to be hard to do, depending on how we continue this movement downwards. Now, again, I do still think we can see this support point down here, because apart from, like I said, apart from these sweeps on these 95, 250 lows, we've never really come down below equilibrium, apart from sweeping. So I do think we could hold support here if nothing else comes out bad and whatever. Because again, coming from our high point from this bad news, you know, we've come down 4% in like what? A couple hours, however many hours it's been, you know, 8. Well, okay, let's see the exact high. So it's about 3 p.m., you know, 2 to 3 p.m. all the way down to here now. So it's about 7 hours. So 7-8 hours ish has been this dump. We've been, you know, moving down quite a bit. In that space of time, coming down 4% is pretty good movement, or in terms of pretty healthy. Obviously not good because we want the price to go up, but in terms of how hefty the price movement's been, 4% is pretty, you know, pretty strong. So I think a stopping point being this equilibrium is feasible. It's not like the equilibrium's been at 98k. Because, you know, if we saw the news at 99k, well, Bybit being hacked, and then our equilibrium was at 98k, yeah, we would have ran through that easily. However, I'm thinking, unless we see, a response of this price all the way down to, 7%, 6%, whatever, is it that bad? Maybe. Again, that's the thing, maybe, because again, this is something external. It's something you just really can't chart. There's things you can look at on your chart, depending on what chart you look at. There's things you can look at on your chart, which might indicate where a stopping point may be. And for me, in my personal case, it is this equilibrium in between, 95, 94, 9k, all the way up to about 95.5. So that is the support point. Let me read the chat from KB though, because he was talking about his chart, I think. Not sure on this move. Daily engulfing candle. Something on the 4 hour. Okay. KB, please bless us with a wisdom. All right, perfect, thank you. Oh, right, yeah. Right, okay. Quick reversal, okay. On the 4 hour, right. Let me move my thing back. Okay, so liquid reversal, okay. So what does one of those things look like? I know what I'll do. Actually, oh yeah, I can see it on these highs. I mean, I can see it on these highs. Moving upwards and coming all the way back down. It depends on let me zoom in actually. That's nothing. Never mind. Yeah. So you're not sure is in stopping point. That's for our candle before the drop, right? Okay. Right. So this here. I should miss this one anyway. I mean, this is the drop. I should miss this one. What's my mouse? My mouse is acting funny. Let's check something. Okay, cool. All right. So this last candle is the. Okay. Oh, it's actually on. Let me read up a bit as well before I get back to your part. I think we're starting to the weekend. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna need something to recover. We can't just go right back upwards. I don't think we've got the potential to go right back upwards. I mean, this is. I hope. I mean, again, I think based on what I have personally, is we've seen the brunt of this. Oh, well, obviously we could have potential future bad things being said in the market. But in terms of what I have on my chart solely, based on my ranges, this equilibrium has been a consistent support point. Obviously not in a scenario where we've seen massive negativity, but in normal price action scenarios, this has been a good support point. So in a theoretical, for me, this could be a good area to kind of try and stay at and recover at, and then continue to go back upwards. So yeah, it could be a bit more sideways on the weekend as we're recovering, and then hopefully the re-entrance of more people in the market on Monday to Friday will hopefully allow us to actually have positivity. But again, it depends on what we print at on this candle. I should probably look back on the weekly to see how many candles. Here we go. Candle took out both sides of the previous candle, the high and the low, and closed below the liquidity gap. Right, okay. Let me get that up. Okay, so it closed. So what should we say? So talk about the sides. Oh, right. So you talk about this area and that area. Right. So like this part here and this part here. Like that. Talk about these two. There and there. Okay, yep. I closed below the liquidity gap. Let me have a look now. I'm trying to just whenever I move my streaming software, I've got to like resize everything because I can't see the chat otherwise. Just moved something. So did that and then what? Closed below the liquidity gap. Right. So I assume that is in this area, below this area. Okay. Well, I should probably look at that at the 4 hour. There we go. Let me get us back up. In a nice area. I think that's a good size. So closed below liquidity. So is that this kind of multiple high gap area before this, kind of like here with this one, or is it like also like this kind of area sweeping above these? And while I wait for the wisdom from KB, I'm going to read the rest of the chat. The streams are getting much smoother and more fun. By the way, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't aim for anything. I mean, again, I think today's going to be quite easy to talk about because, you know, a lot of it's just going to be, oh yeah, we're going this way, always sideways in the weekend. You know, we've come to a significant point below us. Because I'm going to look at Ethereum. I'm going to see a low or an equilibrium on one of the ranges. I'm going to look at Solana. I think we're at 162. Obviously, we had a bit of also negativity in Solana as well with everything going on over there. You know, everyone's opinion on Solana to host these sorts of coins like Libra obviously wasn't a very good thing, which broke us below the equilibrium. We came back above. I think we're at 1.6 something again, which is now below equilibrium. So we'll probably see another sort of support point again. It's just, you know. Oh, I'm just scrolling down now. Swap my screen then. He's gonna be pissed at this drop. He said 102k, 100k. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he said we would get to 100k and maybe get rejected. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're getting towards that because again, I think one of my lines is around that area. Where's the important line? Yeah, the purple line. This is the purple line, the 100k. Yeah, so yeah, 100k has been a very important one. I had some ranges on the weekly as well, 100k, I think somewhere. So again, yeah, 100k, massive. 99 something as well is also really, really important. See the weekly. Last thing before I move on to Ethereum, is this. Okay, so I think from what, again, I don't have a lot to go off on the weekly because again, you know, doing one thing doesn't make a pattern. I know that. So, but realistically, what would happen? Obviously, you'd want to print at support and then continue onwards in theory. So in terms of what that could mean, coming a bit lower. So what does that mean? 93,877, and maybe printing there. Whether that be this candle continuing downwards or next week's candle, depending on how we respond next week. But again, I don't. Let me just look on the floor. I want to see where 93,834 is relative to equilibrium and whatnot. There we go. Right, so that's down there. So let me go on this higher range and see if this is anything important. I don't think it is. There's nothing here. I mean, there's certain areas, but realistically, all that is the weekly support point, or weekly support from the equilibrium. There is this on this one. Oh, this is actually equilibrium. Yeah, this is equilibrium on the higher range. I'm stupid. Yeah, so you know, technically, this is the consistent area on the equilibrium because again, yeah, this is a cascading thing where which one? This one. Yeah, so this is one of the higher range scenarios, as we see quite often, is where we have kind of, you can see on this one, where the equilibrium is down here, and then we have these two lines, which it coincides with this equilibrium down here. So that could also translate on the daily or the instead of being the weekly, the daily as well, being this support point down here, or the 4 hour probably better actually, being this support point at 93.9. So we do have a reason for this area. So I could probably, worst case, see that area again. Obviously, I mean, it depends on how we respond on this equilibrium coming from today into the weekend. You know, so I think give it, you know, to obviously 2 days into coming into Monday, maybe we can slowly try and come back into where what we've done, try and recover, maybe come at 98k again. But considering what potentially has to happen on the weekly to print at that area down at 93.8, to have that candle on the weekly print there, to be able to then move on upwards in the next week candle, you know, coming back up towards, you know, 104k, that would then therefore be coming back to this area again. So on this higher range, this is a valid thing to do, to look at, you know. You know, we don't really have prices responding on 101k because again, we do have these resistances over here. But as we see on these higher ranges on the higher time frame, this is the logical area of support at 93.879. What this also means for us is not only do we have it on one range, but two ranges of support below us at a good, you know, strength. So on the daily and the weekly, we have a strong support below us at this equilibrium, which we can see, you know, once we surpassed it coming from this area, apart from wicks, which can happen quite often, into these areas, we never saw below equilibrium, because again, yeah, below equilibrium is quite strong at 83k. But you know, on this higher range on the weekly, yeah, equilibrium spans this whole thing to 72k. But if we magnify that to this one on the daily, it also coincides with this 83k. So yeah, this is going to be this area, the middle of the equilibrium upwards. This is like our low point. So, you know, 80, you know, 90k area, this is the low point. Again, we have supports at this one, for example, at 91.3, which we saw, you know, not a crazy while ago at the 3rd of February. You know, we have these areas, so it's a good thing. You know, this is a good thing. So it might just have to be on the weekly, we have to print at the support area to then follow in our trend to go back up towards 104k or whatever. So I'm probably going to be changing this after the stream, because I haven't changed it yet, because, you know, I haven't looked at the Bitcoin chart since the dump, so I probably will be changing this, but probably definitely changing this position, because again, I don't want to wait for us. I can't bother to wait for us to do this, potentially do this again, and then have the potential to go up towards my longer term take profit. I just can't be bothered, so I'm gonna get out. We probably will trace a bit and then maybe come down again, which would be an unfortunate thing to happen, but you know, it is what it is. And then probably get out a bit earlier than obviously what I had. Again, this was a high price, because again, I know not everyone's on every single, you know, you guys aren't on every single one of my streams. However, you know, when I talked about this quite a while ago, I think it was like, you know, coming into back over here, you know, middle of February time, whatever. This was one of the longer term price targets I had. I did talk a lot about 99k. On that stream, which was one of the take profits I had for a shorter trade, which obviously would have played out perfectly, but I wanted to trade a lot less of a leverage with this movement upwards. So yeah, probably will be doing that. So let me look at the timer. So 24 minutes. I'll probably go on to Ethereum and Solana now. Let me go look at the chat again. Don't worry, everybody. We can get on a call sometime, go through the chat. Yeah, that'd be great. I actually have the UI made for the AMA type of thing going on with 2 people. So I should probably just, if you send me like an icon, I know you have your YouTube icon. If you send me an icon, I'll update the UI, and we can do it a lot sooner. Because again, obviously I know it's like, oh yeah, I want to do it, and then I never send anything. So if you can send me an icon, maybe after the stream, whatever, I can put it into the UI, and then we can actually do something properly then. Let me read the rest of this. 150k, yeah, no. A while. Give it a bit longer. Okay, we're gonna need a tiny bit longer. Okay, just a tiny longer. You know, just not too long. Just a bit longer. Obviously, we had the Elliott waves. We had 127k. We were also happy. You know, we had our golden sunglasses on. We were looking up. We weren't looking below us. You know, the ground was eating us up, and we were just looking up, going, "Oh my god, I can't wait to see 128k." Yeah, but you know, thank you, Barbit. Shout out to you guys. For ruining everything in the entire market. Thank you guys, appreciate it. I blame Mike, as he said. It's a good point. Yeah, he can't defend himself. We'll blame Mike. Mike did this. You know, all I know, he might have hacked it. I don't know what he does in his spare time. He might have hacked it. So, you know, if he has hacked it, what I'll try to get him to split off some of the money and send it to you guys. We can keep quiet about it. Mike ain't here, and he said 100k. Gives me 5k. Well, you know, I mean, you're saying, oh, we saw 100k. I mean, again, I wouldn't have said 100k. I would have said 99k. Which obviously, you know, was that. I would have said 98.5. I mean, the purple line, which is 99k, I would have said 99k. That's my max target, which obviously we've seen roughly, you know, definitely back here a few times, nearing this one. Because again, we did come from a position down here with these lows, which obviously we then came below, and then we started pumping pretty nicely, a nice gradient. So, you know, to see what we could have come off, that would have been that moving upwards to 99k and onwards. So, you know, obviously that's me. But again, so before I move on, just to finally finalize Bitcoin, my full confidence in what I'm about to say. Actually, wait. This is on. Look. So rejection blocks, order blocks, okay? So if it's within this area, which it is, this could be an order block, which means this is a positive order block. So I'll draw this. I think this will happen here. There we go. Could potentially have support here. Is that going to be on the lower one, actually? Nah, I'll do it to there. So we do have that potential, which is good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to draw. I don't think so. I'm not seeing much else. So we do have potential support there. Just wanted to see if I had anything else, because again, this is within this range's order block area. This is technically in breaker block, but again, this is a high range, so this isn't going to be something we can really look at. We've got this. I think, have I not drawn this? This is a good thing here. I haven't drawn this sooner. Oh no, I had drawn this. Where is it? Oh, I hid it, didn't I? Oh, have I hidden it? I had ranges. I had things. Oh my god, I forgot I drew them. I don't want all these because these are horrible looking. I don't want that. No. I want this one. Actually, I'll keep that one up there. Why not? I want this. What is this? This is a weekly. This is weekly support. Oh, I'm going to delete this crap. I want to keep this one. No, this one, yeah. What's this down there? Let's do this. There we go. Okay. So I did have these drawn. I just forgot to actually look at them. Yeah, so yeah, look, we've had this multiple times. Yeah, look at that really nice way down that one as well. So in due course, this will be used. Again, this is on the daily. This is actually being pretty aggressive on the negative side of things, but it would, in the theory of the range, would be a support point after we flip it, but we just haven't had that flip yet. Because again, considering it, it's not only this order block which is of difficulty, it is actually the lower ranges. You can see on this one especially, we have this resistance, which we're pretty below. So it's not like, oh, we've got this order block and it's really difficult for us. It is this kind of this 98.6, 99k area, which is just giving us a lot of difficulty. But we do potentially have support down here in this range. So that'd be nice if we could hold that about 94, 94.8, kind of 94. 150 if we go to the low of it. You know, we do potentially have support there. Anyway, I am yapping a lot. I'm going to go on to... I'm not going to spend a lot of time on Ethereum Solana because what I've talked about with Bitcoin will probably be pretty identical. However, the prices will probably vary. So, I'm on a 2 for 3. I do not want to look at the 2 for 3. This is the weekly thing, isn't it? Yeah, so I do not want to look at the weekly. I think I'll do 79. 4 hour. Here we go. Oh, yeah, I was talking about this, wasn't I? What did I talk about? I think I said... what did I say? I think I said we could flip this and use it as support, but we've just had resistance. I think I said we start to flip it though. That's the thing. We start to flip on the 4 hour. I think I was saying looks like we could be coming up into this. We had this breaker block here. We found support. We were doing pretty well actually, all things considered. And then obviously we've dumped, and now we've surpassed support points. It looks like we're heading towards this equilibrium down here. Not quite. However, though, I want to find which range. Is it 213? 217? Which one is it? I think I had a line down here. What's this one? What is this? Oh, never mind. I don't want that. I don't know what is this? I don't think that's a valid thing. I don't know why I've got that there. That must be a range I've drawn. I don't know which range equilibrium that is. I think it's one of the lower ranges, whatever. So in theory, we do have this blue line, which we have used previously quite loosely, though. So in between there and about 2,600, which is this equilibrium here, we can see this wick down to that on the daily. So we could have a bit more of a shimmy down for Ethereum within this range. But again, similar to Bitcoin's case, which is already at its equilibrium on one of the lower ranges. These are like big support areas. These are the areas we came to when we had big dumps, obviously excluding these 2,000 marks down here. Similar with Bitcoin's 91.3. You know, these are support points we've had consistently. So in Bitcoin's case, you know, we've had this kind of trend doing this. It's been at this support point at 94, whatever, 95.5. In this case, it is this 2,600, 2,550 area down here of good support, which we've constantly been at. So we've been in this range, similar to Bitcoin, where we've had, you know, where we had 98k for Bitcoin, we've had this 2,750 resistance mark on this range, which we're trying to flip. Same case for Bitcoin with 99k, like I said. So similar to this, I think it's going to be coming down towards this 2,610 area. You know, in this range down here for equilibrium. In terms of where to come to next, I think it's just going to be continuing with our business of trying to get back above 2,750. So it really is just yeah. So I'll just look at the chat. Icon dream on profile pic. I mean, it can be your profile picture. It can be any photo you want to represent yourself, or if you want to do camera, because it might be. I don't know if I asked you a while ago, but I can ask you again. Whatever. If you want to do camera, or you want to do just like a photo and whatever. But I'll put your icon next to your name, regardless of if you want camera or not. So if you can just send like a higher resolution version, it might be on Telegram actually. I can probably get it from there. But if you could just like send it, that'd be helpful. So I can put it next to your name and have it there. But like I said, if you want it to be just like your voice, then we can do just the icon. Anyway, yeah. So I think it's going to be doing what we have here again, because again, there's not much we've got going on. So in Bitcoin's case, like I said, we do have obviously the 98k area at the above and then the 95k at the equilibrium. I think it's very similar with this, because I think on one of the lower ranges we have in this case is an equilibrium on the 243. So if we went to the hour, we could see it a bit on the 4 hour, we can see it a bit stronger. Where we've had difficulty, this was our promised land. So similar with Bitcoin, how it had the 99k visit with the print, promised land again, like I talked about with here. I think it was Monday. This was what I was talking about here. I was like, okay, it looks like we're pushing further and further into equilibrium. I think the next push we have will probably come above into this area above here, which we did do. But again, obviously, bit by bit, shout out to you guys bit by bit. Thank you very much for ruining everything we've ever had, destroying our dreams. We come down. So, but again, like I said, the next point to come to now is going to be this equilibrium area. Actually, to be fair though, we do have this handy dandy little area down here. So, maybe we could be bouncing off to 630, but again, similar with Bitcoin, I don't know if it's too early to say this is our stopping point for the movement downwards. I mean, we could have a movement back upwards and then movement down again. So in this case, it could be we could come up to about 2,700 and then come down again. In order to have that weekly print, it depends on how long we stay here. We could just hover over the weekend, So I think we could maybe just crab a bit and recover and slowly kind of bounce off this area, do our thing, come up a bit more over the weekend. So that could be our weekly print down near these areas and then come up again. So obviously in Ethereum's case, it could be around 2,630. Let me zoom in though. Yes, you can see we, kind of having the, especially here actually, this really nice bounce here. We're starting to have this bounce into it, bounce off this dotted line, bounce off this area, and now we're having difficulty getting up. So, we're doing decently. But in theory though, this is, of the theory of these ranges anyway, this would be a resistance actually, as a breaker block, but not saying we can't, as we have seen many times before, use the order block and then flip it. So we could use it before we flip it, type of thing. But obviously then it's kind of got a bomb below us, where if we come below it, then we're using it as resistance. I don't know if it's anything on any different ranges, like it would be like a order block area or anything like that on any other ranges. I could have a look there, that's what I'm saying. Like on 2817, for example, like what is this? Well, this is like order block area on the 2817 in theory. So if we had this area, we zoomed in a bit, we could have this area we're in. This, draw it. This area is where order blocks. So order blocks in here should, in theory, follow through what they're doing, which we can see. We have an order block here, and then we found support here. So like this one, for example, we've had support here. Don't know why I'm drawing with a pen, but ignore it. So for example, if we were to use that or any other ones I'm looking for. So let me draw this one, for example. I like to call them a bit because it's a bit, sometimes I don't name them or anything. So let me flip these colors. Oops. There we go. So let me delete this because it's not nice. So in this case, we have had these areas. We've had this print, we've had this bounce, come up, bounce, come up, bounce, come up of the previous one, and now we've wicked down into it, and now we're kind of come up a bit. So we could have this, cascade of the bounce. Oh, I'll click the wrong button. That was why do I have a 3 hour mark? Oh my god, that is not helped. Well, actually, let me look on the 1 hour then instead, because closer to that. It's kind of here, I guess. I mean, if we zoom that down, yeah, we kind of got that bounce. Yeah, that's actually better on the 1 hour. So yeah, that's actually a lot better. So, you know, we have that form of it, bouncing it there, and obviously that continuous, you know, usage of support there. So we could be forming this next one, and this could be our bounce on the lower end, and then we can come up. So in terms of Bitcoin support, you know, where we have equilibrium, but we also have the support below us. Similar case with Ethereum, from what it seems, we have this 2,650 support. We also have 2,610, which now that I'm saying that, and I've realized what price this is just equilibrium. So I've just wasted my time. Or literally no point in drawing that because it is just equilibrium. So yeah, it's, again, same story with Bitcoin. I think we are going to have this bounce and retrace a bit more, maybe come down again, you know, depending on what we do over the weekend, and then continue. Let me go to Solana and we'll look at the chats. Solana's not going to be a very good thing to look at though, because again, we've had a lot of negativity. We had negativity and then negativity again. So let me actually read the chat. Will do, thank you. Rapture, Popcat is in the green today. Congratulations, Popcat. You know, you made it out of the mud. You know, you've gone against Bybit, you've gone against the market, you've gone against the elites, and you've done well. Shout out to you guys. What do you think of Injective? I think that's Injective, actually. I might be wrong. I'm trading it at the moment. I haven't drawn my range on it in a while. Where's my chart gone? Oh, there we go. I haven't done range on it in a while, so I would have to go look at it. What I could probably do, because sometimes I get coins message me. If you, I know you're in the Telegram. If you could just send it on the trading area in the Telegram, I'll upload a chart of it. And I'll give a little paragraph, whatever, and I'll show you what I've got on my ranges. So yeah, I said I was going to spend 45 minutes on the stream. I thought it'd be really short, but somehow we've still managed to do the entire stream on the charts. Because again, I just talk so much all the time. But yeah, if you just send me just say, oh, can you look at Injective on the chat, I will send it you, or I send it on that trading area. So yeah, appreciate it. And if you're new as well, and if you talk, you're like, oh well, I want to go look at this trading area, I want to ask something, go to the description. The Telegram is down there, so do check that out. So yeah, I'm going to continue with Solana though. Again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time with Solana. I did do a video really recently. So yeah, we were doing well. We were doing really well. What did I say in the video? I said, the fool that I am, I should have known bit by bit was going to get hacked. The fool I am said in the video, oh yeah, I think this is bad news for Solana. We've come to the low. I think we're going to slowly retrace back up to equilibrium. I think we'll flip it and hold and try and hold support. We were doing that really well. What happened here? We had this really nice breaker block. We used it as resistance. What would have happened if we would have used the equilibrium support, really strong support, maybe come back down to 176, came up, flipped it, support, on we go. But guess what we did? Guess what Bybit did? Shout out Bybit, thank you very much. We have come down all the way to 168 again. Thank you, Bybit. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for doing this to us and the whole market. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for literally, I spent 20, what was it? It was like 6, Mike edited it. I think it was like I'll tell you how long the recording was. I sat down and spent my time recording how long was it? It's not telling me. Why is it not telling me? Just gotta click it, aren't I? Oh no, it doesn't even, hold on, I should have just, this was supposed to be a 2-second thing, and now it's not a 2-second thing. Why is nothing telling me how long the video was? Honestly. This is supposed to take 5 seconds, and now it's not. And that doesn't tell me. Okay. It was 17 minutes. Just say 17 minutes. So it's 17 minutes recording a video, and now it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 20 minutes, there you go. I spent 20 minutes recording a video, and it doesn't matter. Because, why would it matter? Because Bybit, thank you guys, appreciate it, has just ruined it all. So, okay, so where can we go now? I've had my little hissy fit. What can we do? Well, let's have a look. So this was the 81 low. This was in my video. I tried to be a bit nice with it. I thought I'd put labels, you know, make sure everyone was like, oh, I'll put labels on here. Look, guys, we've got this weekly fair value cap. Oh, guys, what we're going to do over the period of time, we're going to flip the equilibrium. We're going to continue to go upwards. We have these things in the future. I think equilibrium and 206 is going to be good resistance. I think we might have difficulty there. Oh, I think we're going to I think we're going to do this again. I think we'll come right back upwards. Let's go, guys. Nope. No, we're not. Yeah, we've ruined it. Okay, What ranges do I want to look at? That is a good question. I do not know. That's a waste of time. I don't care. I think genuinely, considering where we are, I think I literally just need to look at this because this is the only thing which really matters at this point. So what is our current range? Well, it's going to be in between 162 and this equilibrium. We're coming down off the equilibrium. We've had slow support upwards. And what I will do is go to the 81 because I want to see this is in the order block area, which means this will be support, which means this is support, which means we could come to maybe a 167 to 165 area down here for support. I hope it wouldn't be lower than this, but again, it doesn't really matter because we've already gone below all these lows over here, so it doesn't matter at this point because nothing matters because I spent 20 minutes wasting my time. That we could come to this support point. Yeah, so I thought it was something. Shut up. Look at this. So I'm talking to myself through my brain. I'm losing it. I'm losing my mind. I don't know what's going on. What I meant to say was I was going to look at that, and it wasn't anything, so I'm going to shut up about it. Anyway, whatever. So I think support again. I think 167.5, 165.5. This 2 dot area. You know, this is going to be support. Realistically, you know, this is just going to be support. Formed it, came up, resistance at equilibrium, came down, support at the order block, came up. Off we go. It's pretty, you know, one and done. You know, there's not much to say about that. And then obviously to here, you know, it should be support. But again, we're on the 1 hour here. This is the 1 hour. And again, like I said, you know, I don't want to look at the higher time frames because again, it's not anything crazy to look at. I mean, I suppose we could maybe see a. I don't really look at these ranges anymore. Actually, I haven't looked at a chart pattern in absolutely ages. Oh no, I lied. I just completely lied there. I have looked at one in a while. That says $140. I mean, there's potential for it. But yeah, I mean, let's just go back to let's go to the higher time frames. 81. Let's do the 4 hour. Okay, so to kind of see if we could back this up. Okay, so with Solana, we're in a difficult scenario. Obviously, we had negativity with Libra and the whole market was like, oh, screw Solana, meme coins suck because we can just scam people. Oh yeah, I'm whatever the guy's name was. Yeah, I just scam people. I'm literally just gonna admit every single thing. I'm gonna go to jail in a couple months or whenever that I get caught. I don't know what that guy's name is. Mike, I don't know if you're here. Tell me what that guy's name was who was literally admitting everything to CoffeeZilla and everyone else. I can't remember what the guy's name was. Who literally just said, oh yeah, I don't know how much money I made. Yeah, that's that. Basically, this is this. Again, we have had movement downs in the market. I'm not saying this is solely just for that. But again, the magnitude of this, especially this, when it got announced, what got announced again? What was it again? Something got announced. I don't know if it was here or over here. Someone was like, oh yeah, Libra's been, I think it got double whammied. I think it got double rugged. It got rugged, obviously, that dumped. I think maybe this was the initial rug. I think somewhere in this range, maybe over here. No. Something somewhere got rugged again. Or something happened. It got advertised and something happened again. We had like a double dump from Libra, and now we're coming down again from Bybit. So again, shout out to you, Bybit. Thank you. So anyway, going back to the actual chart, support point. Yep, equilibrium. The low is good. This is a good low. We also have rejection block. I should probably add to this list of things below us. We have this rejection block here, which we have came into from this equilibrium. So we do have a bit of support there as well. Rejection blocks, they're not anything crazy. I don't really look at them that much. But anyway, we do have this low 162. We have this rejection block which could come to about 163. We have this order block at 165. We do have some of these areas on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So we do potentially have decent support here. So obviously Bitcoin has its equilibrium, and it has the equilibrium on the higher range below us at 94k, whatever it was exactly. I can't remember. Ethereum has its 2,650 to 2,600 and whatever it was, the two order blocks. Solana's case, it could be this order block, rejection block, low pile up thing going on here with this kind of range spanning between 167.5 to about 161, 162. So decent support down here. I see KB as saying Solana to 150 only if Bitcoin continues to drop. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I could see that. So and this is why Solana is different. And I can agree with that, because if we remember with Ethereum, we have that outer rim of the equilibrium, which we're at now at about 2,600 or whatever it was exactly. Ethereum, Bitcoin, sorry, we have, I just literally showed it was like 88k to 93k, whatever it was. We have that equilibrium. We also have the wider rim at 72k to 91 to 93k, whatever it was. We have multiple equilibriums for Bitcoin on the high ranges of support. So we have massive support fundamentally there. In terms of Ethereum's case, we have the equilibrium which we're at now of support. Solana, well, actually, let's look. I don't want to be wrong here. Let me actually make sure what we have over here. Have a look. 279. Actually, let's do. Where is it? 656. 28. What? Is this the largest range I have? I guess it is then. Solana's case, we don't have that. Because again, it is these ranges. You know, on the weekly anyway. Again, weekly Bitcoin, we have that equilibrium below us. Weekly Ethereum, we have that equilibrium below us. Weekly Solana, we don't have that equilibrium below us. We don't have anything below us. We obviously 400 was the area here of the equilibrium. The range down to 243. The best we've got is 143 to this area down here. On the 27th, though, we do have this $150 equilibrium, so we do have equilibrium down here. But I think maximum, maybe a wick, 143. Yeah, definitely, we could see 143. Could we see $130? I don't know. Again, I know, like you said, if we see continuous movement downwards for the market, I don't think Solana could go there off its own back. Obviously, that's exactly what you just gave me as well. Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, if the whole market's going down and Bitcoin's starting to come into its equilibrium at 93k to 91k and everything's going wrong, or even 88k for Bitcoin, I think then it could be $150 towards maybe $146. Definitely. And in Ethereum's case, it would be back towards maybe. Where was the support point? I can't remember. Actually, I'm about to end the stream. I'll just go to Ethereum quickly. To finish off Solana, I already talked about it. There you go. Yeah, in Solana's case, it's probably the support at 2270 with this weekly breaker block, which we've already seen support at. So yeah, so if we were to continue to go down the market, obviously worst being worst, 88k Bitcoin to 9340, I think it was. That could be support area. Ethereum has this 2300 support area down here. Solana's case, 146 to 150 would be another area there. So I think that there are definitely there are relative areas for these coins. But yeah, Solana's 150, sure. But again, to finalize with Solana, I don't think we're going to see lower than that range at 162 to 167. I think that's a good support area. If you see 163, not financial advice, and we don't have more negativity in the market external from the price section, it could be a good area to look to long Solana, and not financial advice. Because I think that is a good support area on a whole. On the relatively lower time frames, again, I'm someone who looks at daily and the weekly, so the 4 hour is somewhere where I look to have longer trades. Again, if you look at the 15 minute, that's you. But on the 1 hour, 4 hour, potentially even the daily, we do have these support points. So I would pay attention to that. So yeah, not financial advice. Make sure you do your own TA and whatever. But other than that, that's it. That's the stream. I said I was going to spend 45 minutes on the stream. I didn't, because I always talk a lot. Rejection, your middle name, Velvet Rejection. Yeah, beautiful. Velvet Rejection Rope. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? You buy the velvet, you buy your velvet stuff, then we reject, you don't have any money, and then there's the rope part. That was a distasteful joke. Apologies. Anyways, that's it. That's the stream. Chat to you guys. I know I'm not supposed to be apologetic about my outros, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you all for being on this stream and watching my TA, because I just kicked my entire table and everything moved. I'm going to be back. What time is it? It's Friday. I'll be back Monday for my stream. I don't know if we're doing another Wednesday thing. I'm working on it though. Don't worry. I'm working on it. There was some people who were new to that Wednesday stream, and everyone was, or not everyone, but they're new ones. I think there's a guy called Mohammed, and there was AAABBB. They weren't happy. I don't understand, it's lagging and stuff. So I'm working on it. I'm making sure it doesn't lag for the next one, or attempt to, because again, it's like working with sticks and stones. You can only get so far. So trying to do that. So hopefully that'll be done by Wednesday. So I'll see you Monday. I'm going to be on Telegram as well. I will make the UI. You know what? We should try, if there's nothing on Wednesday, obviously I don't know what your time schedule is, we could try to do it next week. If I don't say we should do it next week, I'm never going to say to do it, if you know what I mean. I've said so many times, oh yeah, I'll message you later, we'll do it, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, depending on what your schedule is, you should probably tell me when you're able to do it. If we're not doing a Wednesday stream, but I could do a Tuesday stream or Thursday stream, I can do it throughout the week. So if you just tell me when's good for you, then we can definitely arrange it, because it's been a long time coming, and I've been no help on trying to get it going forward. But anyway, thank you guys for joining. Not financial advice. No, this is financial advice. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. Yeah, so it should be roughly the same time if it's in the evening or whenever it is. Obviously, my streams are obviously normally. I mean, I could definitely do it earlier than 9 p.m. Or my time, 9 p.m., 8 p.m. your time. But like, you know, this is like, you know, a good time for me in the evenings to do streams. So you know, like I said, whenever's good for you. But again, none of this financial advice. Good luck. Again, I think the weekend is going to be pretty not stagnant. It depends what's happened. It does depend on what happens, because if some stuff gets resolved with Bybit, some things start to come out, some more negativity happens, it will affect the market, and that's just something you can't you know, escape. But as I see it right now, the potential of holding the support points we have currently, we could stagnate a bit and then start to come back upwards in the week. So yeah, we will see what happens. I will see you guys back on Monday. Mike will see you. I think he has Sundays off, so I think he is streaming Saturday. So I think he sees you Saturday morning, if I'm not mistaken. If not, we'll both see you Monday. And join Telegram if you've not joined already, in the description. Also, only you, send me the, I know it's injective, I'll try to do it. If you could just send me a message to make sure I remember, because I probably will forget, because it's like Severance. These streams like Severance. I come in, I do my thing, and then off I go. And then when I come out to the next stream, it's like Door to Explorer. I'm like, guys, I don't know what's happening, can you help me? And I'm looking at the chart. So yeah, do make sure, if you could just message me, I'd appreciate it. I'll do a little quick chart. And yeah, I'm yapping now. I do need to end the stream. You guys need to get back to your lives, because I've kept you for an hour. So thank you guys. Appreciate you. See you Monday. Goodbye.